Hello and welcome to Angel Hour. I'm Jacqueline Mary Piper and I'm a lifelong psychic. I'm a clairvoyant medium, a healer, and a spiritual workshop teacher. I also work with crystals and have been for the last 33 years, and I've been collecting crystals for 33 years as well. And my first experience with crystals just absolutely amazed me. I was 20 years old and I went to Glastonbury in Somerset and I picked up a crystal point in one of the shops there. And as I held it, I had one point in my palm and the end of the crystal in the other point because it was a big piece. And suddenly I had a charge of light flowed right up both of my arms, stopped at my elbows momentarily, and then it flowed up like a shaft of light up my arms and into my heart, and I felt my whole body light up, and my eyes, I knew, were really shining brightly, and I thought to myself, God, I can see why everybody is interested in crystals if this is what they do. Well, clearly that was my introduction to the crystalline kingdom. And since then, as some of you who know me will know, I work with crystal grids and I work with crystals in my workshops. I love to wear crystals. I've got quite a selection, as I'm sure lots of you have as well. And one of my favourite ways to decide which are the right ones for me to wear at the beginning of the day is just to ask my guides and my guardian angel as I run my hands over my crystals, which are the right ones to balance my energy. And my hand will stop on the ones that are just right for me. So today you can't see, but inside my clothing I've got shungite and pneumite, and this is to ground me, because working with the angels and the ascended masters, the unicorn energy and the high frequencies means that I need to make sure that I keep grounded. It's really important to be practical with your spiritual work and balance it in with your everyday world, and that's how you get the best results, of course. Well, tonight I'm going to be working with my crystals in the form of crystal balls. Now, some of you who've been watching me over the last couple of days will know that I've been asking people to share my videos, including this live tonight, and I'm going to be picking a winner to have a free 30-minute reading with me, clairvoyant reading on a one-to-one basis, anywhere in the world, as I work with all the countries in the world. I regularly work with people in the Far East, Australia, America, Canada, all over Europe, and also Saudi Arabia and Qatar. So, a video link is a great way to work clairvoyantly, and I'll be looking through to see who shared my video and choosing, with the angels' help, a winner for that reading, which I will announce later tonight on my page. Okay, so while I've been sitting here, I'm going to talk about, first of all, how to work with these. And the very first thing, of course, is to make sure that they are energetically clean. And I know most people that work with crystals already know that you need to keep them clear, because they do pick up energies, perhaps from other people who've been near them, not necessarily even holding them, but it's a little bit like a window. Every now and again you want to give it a wash to make sure you can see through it clearly. My usual way is to run it under water. If it's a bigger one like this, I actually hold it over the bath, under the bath taps, and I ask Archangel Gabriel Archangel Gabriel to come in and connect with me, and I visualize his pure white light going through my crystals and just flowing away any debris, any old energies that have collected in the crystals. And if the crystal's programmed, or it might have been because it's a new one to me, I will also ask for any prior programming to be released, and Archangel Gabriel will do that for you. So quartz crystal amplifies energy, and that's why it's usually the one that's used for crystal balls. And of course, there are lots of little inclusions which you can see. It's not absolutely clear like glass, and the reason for that, or the helpful part of that, is by looking into the inclusions. When you're giving a clairvoyant reading, shapes will appear, and it's a little bit like reading tea leaves or sand or even oracle cards. As you look at an oracle card, certain parts of the picture will shine out to you and perhaps even sometimes appear to change. Well, same is true with a crystal ball. But I also want to talk about projection. Now, I've noticed in a lot of my classes, my groups and development circles, that lots of people are projecting, and they're actually believing that they're giving a reading to somebody as they connect with the other person's energy, but actually what they're doing is they are projecting their own feelings, their energy, or their impressions that are in their own energy field, and thinking that they're reading the other person's energy. So there is a very important lesson there, and I've often heard people, not in my groups or circles, but actually on platforms, say, oh, is this me or is this you? When they're attempting to give a message to somebody. So clearly it's quite common. So the way to combat that is you can ask for Archangel Gabriel, along with your guides and angels, to place you in a pillar of white light. Now what that's doing is, number one, it's amplifying and protecting your energy field, but number two, most importantly, it's making sure you're in a field of white light and your energy is held in the light, so that when you then go to connect to somebody else, you're not sending your frequency outwards and believing it's their energy. Okay, so the intention is that you hold your energy in the pillar of light, and only then when you feel the energy come around you and the energy is steady and you're being held and you feel that shift, do you then reach out to the other person's energy field. Otherwise, you can absorb lots of things from other people's energy as well that you don't necessarily want in your frequency. So what I'm saying is the process for connecting with somebody's energy for psychic and spiritual readings is really similar to the way that we would connect for healing. You don't touch your healee, the person that you're going to heal, you don't touch them before you've connected and held yourself in the light. You get your connection first. And then what you can do is you can ask for the guides and the angels to come in, and sometimes we work with a collective. I often do. If I'm standing up to give a reading, there is no one communicator that's giving me a message. It's the collective of my guides, my angels, and the higher beings that are working with me together. But when I do trance mediumship, there will be one communicator that will come through. The most important part is the message. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just see who's joined me and say hello. Or hello, Ray Dingley, long time no see. Hello, Carrie in America there, lovely to see you. Hi, Jamie in Canada. Hi, Karen in Eastbourne. So I'm getting to know everyone's locations now. Hi, Linda. Hi, Ave. Hi, Caroline. I'm not sure if you're in the UK or still in Australia. Okay. Hi, Christina. Hi, Vanish. Okay, so I feel that first of all, I'm going to just do what I've just explained. So I'm going to demonstrate it, and then I'm going to come to, where has she gone? Jamie Lee M. All right, so first thing I do then is ask in my mind for Archangel Gabriel. And I'm feeling that shift as a lighter energy and a bigger energy than mine is connecting to my aura. Now, I've been working with angels for nearly 30 years, so I have had a lot of practice. So don't feel that you've got to get it exactly right instantly. This is something that you can practice, okay? You can practice and you will feel that shift. Now I'm now going to ask for Archangel Gabriel to hold me in a pillar of white light. And if you are clairvoyant or mediumistic, you might be able to see on the higher frequencies my energy changing as this happens. So I'm just relaxing and allowing that energy to flow into mine. And as I allow that to happen and I relax, I can feel a kind of loosening off as the light flows into my higher heart and also into my main heart. And I can feel the joy. Archangel Gabriel is coming in with a lovely, joyful, uplifting feeling, the happiness. And this is often the case with angels. They come in with joy. So Archangel Gabriel, please hold me in the pillar of white light. Okay, so I'm hearing in my ear, yes, that's done. If you don't hear, or you only occasionally hear, or you're more empathic, you might just get a sense that that's been done. It actually all happens in seconds, but it's good to know for yourself by just waiting and having a little bit of patience with your development. And I feel I see too many people out there thinking that they are connected when they're not actually really connected wholly to spirit, and a lot of what they're saying is coming from their own minds and their own subconscious. And this is where the practice and the training and the discipline to practice comes in. Like anything, yes, we are all 100% pure and in love on the soul level. Yes, absolutely, we're 100% developed. But here on the earth, we're bringing it down into the personality level, and that does require practice, like with anything. So I feel that I'm ready, and I want to do a few of these readings tonight. So I'm now focusing on Jamie. Okay, so I feel I've got her energy connection and I'm feeling a nice, stable energy, a kind of pleasantly contented energy field at the moment. Nothing is unruly or jumping up and down. And as I look into the crystal ball, Jamie, I'm seeing water. In the natural world, water like a lake, and this makes me feel that you have been somewhere out in nature where there is a lake or even a river, but it's a body of water that is not the sea. And I think that there are trees around. All right, so as I look further into the crystal ball, I'm seeing in my third eye, which is being reflected into the ball, I'm seeing that there is some kind of box or bag, but it's some kind of personal container which you have and that you keep things in. And I feel that there are things you use regularly in there because they come out of this box or they come out of this bag. It's shown to me that it's not like a soft cloth bag, it has proper size, a proper box or container bag. And also I'm seeing in the crystal ball for Jamie that the sun, she's been looking up at the sun and appreciating the sun recently and just feeling that around her and enjoying it. It's like the simple pleasures of life. And I also have an impression in the crystal ball of hiking, maybe with something on your back, like a knapsack on your back, that you have been walking somewhere and would have been wearing walking shoes. That's how I'm seeing you. I think that your legs were bare. It's definitely walking somewhere and not on your own. I'm seeing other people with you. Okay. So I'm also being shown that you've recently been really enjoying food, and it's like cooked food, like a dinner, and something I feel you've made and prepared for yourself and for other people. These are just visions of what's around you that I'm seeing in the crystal ball. And my feeling also is there is tiredness around you. So the energy is changing, Jamie, and I want to talk to you about a man, and this man is somebody from the spirit world. He's an older man. He would have been an older man when he passed. I feel he's a relative. Don't necessarily feel that he's your father, but I definitely feel that he's family. And his personality, as he comes in closer towards me, is jovial. Uh, he would have liked good company. He would have liked to be jolly around people. I feel that he's telling me he didn't keep himself very fit physically towards the end of his life. I feel he kind of let himself go a bit. There's an impression of his legs and his knees not being particularly, or maybe veins in the legs, not particularly, a bit creaky, shall we say. And I feel that he passed quite easily. I don't feel it was a big struggle when he went. This is really a hello from heaven, and it could be an uncle. He's not exactly telling me. But it's a friendly hello, and he had a warm personality and was fairly heavily built. He wasn't slender. And just a nice family member. So I'm going to leave you, Jamie, with that so that you can have a thought about what I've said. And I'm going to move on. Hi. Hello, Michael Campbell. Hi. You give me black hearts. Now that reminds me of Motorheads, the Ace of Spades, although it's hearts. Good to see you there, Michael. All right. Let me go to Michael and see what I can pick up for Michael Campbell. All right. So, as I first link with Michael's energy, I know I want to say don't be down on yourself, and I know I want to say don't give up. And I also want to talk to you about burdens around you, and things. Trudging is a word I just heard in my head, trudging through the mire. All right, so I need to tell you that there are happier times ahead. And I know that you are struggling at the moment. However, you're such a beautiful soul. Your energy is, well, fragrant. Basically, it's light and it's beautiful. And I'm being made aware of a mask around you, that you wear a mask around you for outside appearances. And I know that it's when you let yourself go, you're joyful and fun-loving. And I also know that there haven't been many opportunities for that to happen at the moment. Okay, so don't, when you get on a negative run, as we all do in our mind, don't keep digging with that. Stop, and give yourself some positive coaching to yourself. All right, speak to yourself kindly, never criticize yourself. All of us are our own worst enemies, and that's for sure. And I really feel with your energy, there's so many beautiful colours, so many light colours. I'm being shown lovely light yellows, purples, and also pink, which of course is the heart and love energy. And work more on yourself. When you are working with crystals, my angel is saying to work on yourself, right? Work on yourself. And also, I'm being shown water and crystals. So I know that if you either ever have a bath or are near water, it's like even in a basin, the water that you wash with, if you energize it with crystals, I think you will really appreciate that. So let's see now in the crystal ball for Michael. Okay, so as I look in the crystal ball, I feel there might have been a little bit of loggerheads, a little bit of uncomfortability with the male energy around you, or just a tension that perhaps everything is not quite as it should be, but I'm being told that will blow over. It will blow over. And I'm hearing the word mistake, so I know that there's some kind of miscommunication, misunderstanding, some kind of mistake that you can put behind you. I'm also seeing in the crystal ball like a colourful magazine, and you leafing through it, looking at the pictures in the magazine. And I feel that that's quite recent, that you've been looking at that. I'm also seeing a television in the crystal ball, and I feel that this is a television, could be late night television around you, where you live. Okay, so I think the final thing that I want to say to you, Michael, on this occasion is keep your hope up and invite angels and higher beings of hope, because they bring that energy in, they're resonating to that vibration. Ask them to come into your day and surround you, not just for you, but also everybody around you. And you can ask for other people as well, and their souls will be grateful. Anything you feel somebody around you needs, you are very well equipped spiritually, I'm being told, to connect to the angels and the higher beings. It's only a matter of just sitting, maybe lighting a candle if that feels right, and then pausing, relaxing, and just asking in your mind, and they will connect with you. I would like you also to know that they will help you clear the energy in your home. And I'm not suggesting that this is to do with your aura or energy field. What I am suggesting is that they will make it lighter, which will be more comfortable for an evolved soul like yourself. And you might want to position crystals and crystal grid up your bedroom or your front room to enhance how you feel about being there. So I hope that's given you a little bit of light, and in a nice way. You are light, but a little bit of light from me, and it resonates with you. I'm going to leave you now, but thank you for joining me tonight. And I need to move on to hello Tanya, hello Chantel, hello Michelle, hello Sarah. Thank you for the unicorn, Sarah. Hello Anne-Marie. All right, so the next lady that I need to go to before she goes up the screen here is Tanya. It's Tanya. All right, so as I connect to Tanya's energy, I'm feeling vibrancy, physical activity, alertness mentally, and like a pulsating light that I know that she keeps on the go, that she's always got something to do, and the things that she wants to do and has to do seem never ending. I know that there's always lots of activity around her, and I know that she also feels that she's been beating her head against a brick wall with somebody. It's like she could keep telling somebody the same thing, but they can't hear her. And I feel this is a younger person, possibly male, that she's been trying to give her wisdom to. But nothing really seems to work at the moment. Well, that young man or young person will come to their own awakening in their own time. Of course, ask for spiritual intervention to help them and to help them see for themselves. That is always a really useful thing to do, as I'm sure you know. And I want to talk about the crystal citrine with Tanya as being a good vibration for her at the moment. All right, so I'm going to look into my crystal ball now for Tanya and see what I can pick up. Okay, so there's the element of frustration in the energy that I'm picking up. Also, I'm seeing you sweeping or cleaning or hoovering a floor, pushing something backwards and forwards. So I know that that's recent. And I feel there's animals around you, or somebody close to you has the animals. And I also feel that you would like a bit of peace for yourself. The vision, symbolically, they've given me in my crystal ball is a bed, and you feeling, oh, I'd just like to have some peace and be left alone almost for a minute. Things are a bit of a whirlwind. And my guide is saying to me in my ear here for you to be more in charge of how you want to spend your days and your time, and to select what you want to do rather than being so much at the beck and call of helping other people. And I also know that you want to know a lot more about spiritual things, that you're very keen to develop, because that's coming forward in the energy. And also, I'm seeing in the crystal ball that you have things around you in the physical sense to do with developing spiritually. And do you work with oracle cards sometimes? Because I'm seeing oracle cards in the ball there, Tanya. All right, so my impression is I need to say to you, when you can clear the time and space for yourself, you can develop what you've got a lot more spiritually. So it is about making that space and time. And I also feel something is about to be presented to you, an opportunity to go on either a workshop or a course, or it doesn't feel very long, it's a day or 2 days, could be something you're already thinking about. And I also feel that you aren't sure whether you're going to make it or whether you're going to go. And I'm also actually seeing the stars in the night sky. That star energy, coming in star energy, is important for you. And I want to say to you about turning a corner in a relationship around you that you have. All right, turning a corner. So I'm going to leave you with those things that I've just touched on, and hope that they've made sense to you in this super mini bite readings that I'm doing here. And do carry on sharing this live if you are interested in winning a full one-to-one half an hour reading with me. I will be looking through at the end of this live and going to one person for the winner. Hello, Cyan. Hello, Athena. Hello, Tajana. Hello, Melissa. Hello, Carolyn. Okay, so let's see where I need to go. Okay, I do feel drawn to a name here that I don't recognise, but welcome, Kamini Singh. Kamini Singh. Don't believe I've connected with you before. All right, so as I connect to your energy, what I'm feeling is that there's either a drawing or a picture of a drawing that you've been looking at around you at the moment. And I also think you've been doing a lot of constructive thinking at the moment. You've been spending time thinking, and I know that you want to take time out. You want to take time out. And I know that you haven't had much of a chance to do that. And there's a feeling that you want to go further in your education in some way. That's coming in as well. And I do feel that you love all spiritual work, that you're very drawn to so many different things, and you find it fascinating. It's a huge draw for you. I feel that your life is very multi-layered. The feeling is quite unusual. It's a little, it's nice, but it's a little departmentalized. I feel that there are groups of people around you in your life that kind of, there's no overlap between some of them. It could be work and home life, but I feel that it's more than that. I feel that they're kind of departmentalized, and you don't share with one group what you share with another, if that makes sense to you. I'm going to look in my crystal ball and see what I can see. Okay, for you. A journey. That's an old classic, isn't it? But I can actually see that. I can actually see that symbolically. It's public transport that I've just been shown. So I have to give you what I see. And you taking somebody with you that might not be as keen to go as you would like them to be, a little bit of a slightly unwilling, or no, perhaps unwilling isn't the right word. Perhaps their physical self makes it a little less easy for them to travel with you. And I feel this is a female person, but it will be fine. It will be fine, although they'll be quite tired. So that is coming up. There is the sense of a spiritual awakening around you currently, for you and with you. Take your time. Take your time and work with what resonates with you. What I mean is what feels right. Super important. If in doubt, leave it out. That's a really top saying, really important. There's a lovely gentleness to your energy and intelligence. And I also feel you helping this older person around you in the physical sense, helping somebody. So I'm going to leave you with that there and move on now, but I hope you enjoyed that. And I want to say thank you to Jamie Lee for the feedback, who confirms about her recent cooking and walking and the grandfather. All right, thank you for the feedback. Right, hello Rose, hello Sierra, hello Athena. Gosh, that's a lovely name, isn't it? Reminds me of Pallas Athena, the goddess. Oh, you've asked me a question. Athena has asked me, is there a difference between divine sight and clairvoyance? Well, if we understand that we are all divine sparks of source, which we are, our soul, our spirit is a spark of the divine light. No, it's just a different terminology. Divine sight is clairvoyant sight, and vice versa. So, okay, so Another question here. I like questions from Christina Mercia Malvasado, who asks me, I would love to know if I have who I have with me. Right, okay. So let's see then. Let me link to you, Christina, and see. What I can feel. All right, your energy, I feel quite an excitability right now. That could be because I'm connecting to you. Right, okay. So my impression, as I ask in my mind to be shown who's around you, is that there is a Peruvian guide with you, a male Peruvian guide, and he showed me himself like a tracker, actually tracker. That's why I spent a while looking and looking again, because I was expecting, when I saw a darker skinned male on a guide level looking down, tracking for him to be Native American Indian, but he's not. He's Peruvian, native Peruvian man. Definitely, that's correct. He's quite a chunky build and brown, and he's showing me his features quite. The nose is quite flared, quite bulbous almost, quite deep set eyes, very friendly and very warm. And this guide, I believe, as he steps in more closely, he's wearing like a coloured type poncho. Remember this description because it's always good if somebody else or yourself, of course, see the guide and you think, oh yeah, I recognise the description. And he is coming in with a horse now, with a horse, a brown horse with a bridle. So this is a leather bridle that I'm looking at. So that places him to me in the last few hundred years. Okay, so there you are. I've given you one of your guides, and there'll be more. He will be one of the main guides working with you, and that will be why he stepped forward. And I hope you found that interesting. It's always lovely to connect to the guides. They come in with light and always positive feelings. Warmth, security, reassurance, confidence, spiritual development, all of the qualities you need. You have a pre-life agreement with your guides that they're going to come and support you during each incarnation, and you know that it's a being of higher energy on a helpful frequency as they lift your energy and make you feel good. If at any time something doesn't make you feel good, you immediately stop. It isn't a mistake. If you feel something doesn't feel right, that's because it's not. Don't start questioning with your mind, oh no, I could be wrong, or is it just me? Your feelings can't lie. And that's a huge learning curve, even to the point where sometimes I've worked with people who haven't been born psychic, but have developed, I'm not talking about you now, I'm going on here, who have had their third eye open, they've had a sudden shock later on in life, which can shift energy. Obviously, it's meant to happen, otherwise, it couldn't happen, your soul wouldn't allow it. But their clairvoyance has opened and they were seeing things and had no frame of reference or understanding about what they were seeing or what to connect to because the development wasn't there behind it. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't like that to happen to anybody I know. I think that's quite a dramatic awakening, but it happens. So moving on. Oh, hello, Sandra, who's not wanting a reading. She's just saying hello, and it's lovely to see you there with your beautiful energy. And Yes, okay. Hello, Tony. Tony twice, Tony 3 times. And Cassie. Hello, Morissette. Just having a feel into where I need to go next. And Jackie Simmons, who's sending good vibes, thank you. And Rose Lawrence. And Nicholas. Hello, Sandra, who's saying the sound is gone. Is the sound gone for anybody else? Or is it just... Oh, Sarah can still hear. So it must be your end, Sandra. If anybody wants to message Sandra on here to let her know it's at her end that the sound has gone. Hello, Melissa. Now, okay. So the next energy I want to connect to is Jackie Simmons. Okay, so as I link to Jackie's energy, I feel healing energy come towards me. And that tells me you're either a natural healer or a natural healer and a professional or semi-professional healer, because you're very much giving out healing vibrations and energy, very loving energy, very much. I feel I want to say to you that you really understand your spirituality and how it all flows, how it goes, and you don't pressurize yourself. You just allow life to unfold, and you get moving into the higher flows, is what I really want to say. There is an innate understanding of divine principles with you, and I would be likely to know that you just know things, just sense things about people. I don't feel that you necessarily want to go out there and social media giving readings, but you could if you wanted to. You could if you wanted to, because that ability is in you. And I know that you make people very, very welcome. Anybody that connects to you, I just got such a big green energy and heartfelt hug type energy coming back from your energy field. I would say you're a very pleasant person to have around, that people like to have you around. However, you perhaps don't like to have certain people around you. So you're selective, which you need to be, of course. So let's see then, Jackie, whether I can see anything in the crystal ball. Jackie. Okay, so the first thing I'm seeing is something to do with the electrics, an electrician, electrics in a domestic environment, light switches, wiring, something like that going on around you. I feel this male energy coming in with this, somebody who knows how to do things around you, somebody that you know like this. Handyman type of person. Okay, so I feel there's a younger man around you. I feel that this is physically, and I feel that he's probably family or a visitor to the home, but somebody that you see. I feel that he's quite vulnerable, a little bit naive. Um, I expect you know who I'm talking about. He seems to be quite a clean cut individual. other people might have been taking advantage of him, is what I want to say. But he knows he can turn to you to have an honest ear. And going back to you now, in my crystal ball, there's a sense of tidying up things around you, and you like things to be straight and tidy, and you don't like anything to be out of place. I hope that makes sense. Right, so duckies, somebody else is coming in on a guide level. What's happened to my perception is I just heard the word sacred, and as I heard that, a flow of consciousness came in and touched my heart. And I know that this is from a guide, and I know that this guide is with you, not with me. Right, so I describe a tall gentleman. I'm not sure that you know this guide, but he's definitely an advanced master type energy, a higher guide. You know, when I say a higher guide, we all exist on many, many different levels, from the earth guides upwards. This is one of your higher level guides, and the sacredness is his energy and the sacred wisdom energy. So I know that he wants me to tell you about ancient civilizations that you've been a part of. And I also should mention that he's tall and he wears, as so often the higher level guides do, a white hooded robe, and he's grey and white bearded, grey and white hair, very kind eyes, crinkly skin around his eyes, and the presence of this guide. He is giving me in my ear the name Emmanuel. If you connect with him and bring him in to your meditation, your healing, or your quiet time, and just feel this energy. Yes, I mean, I would like to work with him myself. He's your guide, but I'm very drawn to his energy. Okay. And I think really the purpose of me connecting to you is to talk about Emmanuel and to bring him forward into your consciousness. And he wants me to tell you, he's just said he helps you with this healing vibration that you're on, and you can do a lot more with healing than you have been doing. He can help you awaken up to your wake your consciousness up to a higher level. And he also talks about somebody else having an emergency around you. If it hasn't happened yet, kind of imminent, but they're okay. They're okay. And I feel that's on a kind of physical health level. So you might want to, if you hear about this, ask him to send healing. Anyway, he's definitely from a higher dimension, wonderful guide. So I will leave you with that information and proceed onwards. If you want to be in with a chance of winning the free 30-minute reading with me, do like my page and share my video tonight. After I finish, I will be posting up one person who shared my live tonight as the winner. Hello, Patty, who shared it with love, thank you. Oh, Jackie, who feels it too, very nice, thank you. Hi Sheila, hi Sierra, hi Bridget. Okay, let's see now. Okay. So I've just been drawn back for a moment to Jackie, who's asked me would she move this year. And as I posed the question in my mind, I saw a cross written up in the air, which I am saying is a no. Okay. Karen, David, Andrew. All right. Okay. All right. So I'm coming next to Andrew. I'm having to peer at the screen because they fade out as the names come up here. Shannon or Shaman. All right. So I'm just waiting to connect to your energy, Andrew. So the first impression I have is that you have a lot of responsibility. A lot of responsibility around you personally. And there's a lot of things to take on board. And I also feel you don't always like what you're doing. And I feel this could be connected with your work. And I feel there's a sense of you have to do certain things. And there'll be reasons for that, but it's not always what you want to do. And I know that you've been thinking about, are there happier times ahead for you? And I do feel a yes. And as I get that information, I have somebody touch my energy field, just pushing on my aura from behind me. And I know that this is somebody from the spirit world on a family link, not a guide link. They feel very different. They aren't able to come in with the same degree of light and power, of course, as angels and guides, because our relatives aren't sentient beings. However, they still bring in the warmth and the love. And she's telling me that you are very cared for. There's somebody around you on earth that loves you very much. And this is a female. And you know that, and you would know who I'm talking about. Okay. And let me just confirm what I feel. And I also feel it isn't always easy for you to spend the quality of time that you would like with this person, that the love is there. That love is there. I don't know. I'm seeing a newspaper now, maybe Sudoku or crosswords or just the newspaper, something busy about a print newspaper around you. Okay, well she's not stayed with me. She's faded back, and I don't detect her in my aura. But clearly, there are happier times ahead, and you're to know that you're loved. Is my message for you tonight. So I'm going to leave you with that, and thank you for that nice comment from Jackie. Hello, Cheryl Easterbrook there, and I'm just looking to see where I'm drawn to next. Hi, Lara Anderson. All right. So the next person I am drawn to, the name written up on my screen here is Bridget Hogan. Bridget Hogan. All right. So as I connect to your energy, Bridget, I feel you're a very sensible lady and you're a no-nonsense lady and you don't like people talking rubbish around you and that you like to do a thorough job. You like to see things get done. You like to see things get done properly, in the right way, that you're quite methodical. And I also feel you feel that there's a lesson in lots of different things. There's a lesson available in the experiences that you have in life. I feel you are mindful. You're a mindful person. You're observant. And I feel that you have integrity. I feel that you look deeper into why things work out the way they do, why things have happened, and you look for the story within the rich tapestry of a connection. And I do feel you have had spiritual experiences, quite strong spiritual experiences. And I do feel you've enjoyed them. They've been good for you, and you're open minded, and you're reflective. The inner work that you've done on yourself is helpful, very helpful. All right, so I need to look in the crystal ball now for you. And my first impression is you're waiting for somebody to do something for you. And it's like you can't make it happen, but you'd like it to happen nonetheless. You want to move things forward. And you want to get a grip with something. And you also want to know how something's going to turn out. It'll be fine. It'll be okay. Because I just heard that in my ear, and this is in circumstances around you currently. All right, so that's changed, and there's a feeling of really going back in your life now, back a long, long way to childhood, because I'm being taken back to a doll, a favourite doll around you, and a woman, an older woman, either talking with you, a grandmother, or being with you, and this toy. Well, of course, she wants you to know that she's doing just fine. I feel this is Mum's mum. I feel that she was a strong personality. I feel that she was a fairly tall lady, well dressed, liked to be smart, and was also the no nonsense approach. And perhaps that's where you've inherited it from. And a very civil woman. It's important to her that people spoke civilly to each other. Very important, because her attitude would be, well, where would the world be if we weren't civil? I think she's got a very good point. And also, she would like to address things. She wasn't somebody for sweeping things under the carpet. She also would like to get to the bottom of things, and I hope you know who I'm talking about. And I hope that you know that she's around you and she brings you support, and it's just a memory that she wanted to bring in. And she also shows me something to do with icing, like the old-fashioned tubes where you'd squeeze icing through them. Certainly had those in my childhood. Okay. All right, well, I'm going to leave you with that. Hello, Francisco, sending love back to you. And hi, Laura, hi, Dawn. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. And remember to share this, because I will pick that winner imminently. And I will go to where the angels draw me to and write it up on this post, on the headline. Hi, Leandra, but I need to go now. I'm going to say goodbye, and I will be back again soon. Lots of love and angel blessings.